I just finished this gorgeous diamond ring. I am so excited for my client to try it on. It's on a rose gold dainty band that was made in proportion to the center stone. And so many things were taken into consideration just for a seemingly very simple design. So there are really important points that you want to consider when you're creating a design like this. You want to have a setting where the diamonds are set incredibly close together to allow for maximum sparkle, so it really shines and pops from across the room. I mean, this type of ring, you can see, it really is gonna catch your attention, and it's so bright white and cut beautifully well. That's always something that I want to keep in mind when choosing diamonds for my clients, because you really want it to sparkle, right? You want it to shine bright. You don't want it to be dull or lifeless or yellowish. Everything about the graceful curves where it's a cathedral effect and it goes up to the center stone, it's so graceful and feminine, which goes in line with the overall feel of this warmth of the rose gold. And it's in this relatively timeless design that she can wear with anything. I mean, you know, rose gold bangle, classic pear drop necklace. So yeah, if you would like to create your very own custom engagement ring, I would love to talk to you and hear what you're thinking about. My name is Vanessa Nicole, where I create custom engagement rings for clients all over the world. And I'm a master diamond setter, so I'm the one who actually makes the rings here at my bench. So what I'm doing right now is just laying down these prongs gently over the center stone, and I'm going north, south, east, west. So we want to make sure that every prong is laid down evenly, but you don't just want to lay one prong down completely, because that could shift the prong in its the diamond in its setting. So you want to make sure that in order that it's going to be perfectly level on top, you're constantly checking to make sure that that diamond is seated straight. That's very important. It just drives me crazy when I see settings where the center stone is a little bit crooked in the setting. It really drives me crazy. So I always want to make sure that type A personality, it does come out when I want to make sure that the diamond is perfectly level in the seat. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to sculpt the prongs. So that is an entirely separate process. Once I've bent everything over perfectly, then I'm going to sculpt them into these very fine claw prongs to fall in line with the facets of the diamond. So they're not going to be round blobs on each corner. They're going to be very thin claw prongs that are just going to be beautiful and falling in line with each line of those facets of the stone. I love the feeling of making something like this from scratch, so beautiful, and knowing how it should feel on the inside of the ring, trying it on like this, wanting to make sure that it's smooth and just feels like buttery when it goes on and off the finger. That's something really important, because you don't want the prongs to catch any just stray hairs. Like if you're going like this on your shirt, you don't want there to be all these little hairs pulling off of the prongs. Partly my type A personality coming out when I'm making things to just make sure they're done perfectly. They need to be done right, especially with something so special as your engagement ring. I mean, you're gonna be wearing it all the time. It needs to be made well. It needs to be made right. So you don't want to constantly be having to take it in for repairs. This is something to consider when you're creating an engagement ring, whether you're buying something straight off the shelf or you're gonna have it custom made. You want to make sure it's made right. So if you'd like me to exceed your expectations with your ring experience, I would love the opportunity. Feel free to reach out to the studio, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.